Sounds incredible. Yep. Gloopy liquid. It's a little bit toxic maybe. Hi everyone, it's Lana here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today we are reviewing Fenty hair and I'm so excited. Let's get into it. I know I said that June was going to be the month of summer hair care videos on my channel, but I got this delivery today and it just looked so special, so I've decided to film my little Fenty hair care review today, and we will be back to regular scheduled programming with the summer hair care videos next week. I hope that's okay with you guys. Okay, so where do I even start? Like, I'm just looking to the left of me, to the right of me, and I have so many products here because this is a big opening line of products. Rihanna said that she wanted this to cater to everyone, so she really didn't hold back. First of all, let's just see this package. This is what came in my mail today. Wow. Yep. Can I even get this in the frame, like for the thumbnail? Yeah. You can see on this side it says Fenty hair. On this side, moving in, a new era of repair. Let's see what's inside this box. We have like some posters, Miss Bad Gallery read herself, and then we have like all the posters, all the models and everything. This is such cute artwork. Like maybe if you have like a hair salon and you want some posters in your shop, then these are so cute. This in your shop, that's actually nice. Then we have a little booklet, Ms Rihanna Fenty right there, rocking the blonde. This side shows the products, but I'm going to show you the products in a second. Then we have all the models on the back, and I actually see a few faces that I recognize. I'm so upset because I was kind of supposed to do this. It was back in February, the shoot was in New York, and I was in Bali, and we just weren't able to make that work, unfortunately. I had a great time in Bali, but man, I would have loved to have been a part of Fenty hair care. I've seen the products and I'm really excited about them, so now it's time for you to see them. Inside that big box there was another series of boxes put out like this, and this product we're not gonna do that. Well, you've seen that now, so that was like really fun to kind of like open it up and play with when it arrived, but I think I'm just going to take everything out now and show you what we have. And obviously this is for the PR package, so I don't know what the packaging is going to be like for everybody. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have most of the starting lineup right here. I've got 9 products. I'm not sure how many products are in the total range right now. So there's conditioners, there are cleansers, there are styling tools, and there are styling products. Everything's in this kind of pastel, very cute color palette. So what I'm gathering here is the stylers are in this peachy color. This is their 3-in-1 edge styling tool. So it has a comb, a brush, and it has a little pick right there. You know, this is quite weighty. I actually haven't held this before. I'd only seen it, so I knew that it looked nice. It feels more expensive, like it won't break. That's nice. This feels like, I feel dangerous with this. I feel like I could do some damage with this in a good way. I should be doing up some crazy hairstyles with this. The bristles feel good. The bristles feel sturdy. Like you're definitely going to be able to do your edges with this. Like I don't know if you ever bought an edge brush and the brush just isn't having it, like the brush is too flimsy. Not with this. I tend to buy my edge brushes on Amazon. I just get the cheap ones, and usually I don't mind. I think they're so cheap and sometimes they break and it is what it is, but it's not so good to always just be buying stuff that you know is going to break. This doesn't feel like it's going to break. Like this feels sturdy. I'm not so sure about this end, the end. Like I feel like, because the end is kind of just shoved on there, so I'm not sure how long that would last for, but it feels good. And also it kind of has like this copper coating on it, which I feel like will flake, and that will get some wear and tear on it at some point, but it does look very nice. And also it has this little grippy part right there. That's definitely going to help when you're getting in there and you're, you know, doing all your hairstyles. I really like that brush. But let's get into some actual hair care products, shall we? Because I feel like maybe a lot of people weren't expecting Rihanna to come out with a line of hair care products. I think when the idea of Fenty hair was first floated around, like a couple of years ago, I think people assumed it was going to be wigs or, you know, some sort of hair pieces like that. And a few people are surprised that she came out with a line of hair products, but to me it makes sense because she is already in the space of beauty and skincare. She already has that capability to come up with product formulations. She obviously has that team of chemists. So going back to those peachy stylers, then we have the Stronghold Gel. They all have a little nickname, which I think is a really nice touch. So for example, this is called the jelly type. Like, he's a little jelly. Oh, okay. This one's called the controlling type, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I feel like the jelly type is like, okay, he's a little jelly. Controlling? Is a little bit toxic maybe. But I think the product itself is far from toxic. It's a hair thickening edge control gel, which to me sounds incredible, because you think about edge gels, you think about the whole concept of laying your edges is typically damaging. It can typically cause thinning around the edges. I myself have been trying to move away from thinning my edges because the products, they seem to be drying. So that's our thickening edge control gel. We'll have to see about that. This is the coat-defining cream. The scent that's in that is always going to be the most important scent out of your whole routine. Like, you think your shampoos and conditioners, you're just going to wash them out, so what does the scent really matter? The leave-in defining cream is typically what I feel gives the strongest scent to you as you go on about your life, so it's important that that's nice. And Rihanna said that this was going to give an ambery floral scent, and I think it does. It's subtle, but it's giving sweet, clean girl scent. Now, over in the blue products, we have the conditioners. So right here, I have the Moisture Repair Conditioner. This is called the Rich one, okay? Rich Daddy. This is loaded with moisture to defrizz, repair, prevent damage, and split ends. I don't know if you can tell, but this is in a metal can, which is something else I don't typically see for conditioners, and I just wonder, is there a reason why it's in a metal can? There we go. Yeah, so it's a cream conditioner like every other conditioner I have, so I wonder why it's in metal. I feel like it just feels more luxurious, it feels heavier, it feels sturdier, and of course I think metal is more easily recyclable than plastic as well, so maybe that's the reason. So the other conditioner that we have is a deep conditioner. So the deep conditioners are in these big tubs. We have a cleanser, so I only have one cleanser. Actually, the shampoo and conditioner, they're both called the Rich one, so they come from the same kind of subline, I guess. Then in purple, we have a heat protectant styler. So this one is called the protective type. So I kind of like the I can't believe I dropped the protective type on the floor. Like, that just goes to show I'm not protective. I'm not the protective type. I might just drop you on the floor. Sorry about that. Oh, that's so interesting. So this is a 5-in-1 heat protectant styler, but it's in this kind of quite thick lotion, which is quite interesting to me. I gotta say, I'm loving these caps. I'm gonna talk more about the caps a bit later on. And this one in blue is called the Comeback Kid, and this is an instant damage repair treatment. And this repairs, reduces breakage, and conditions for smoother, shinier, healthier looking styles. So there you go. So that's your quick little introduction to the Fenty hair care products. Now I just want to talk a little bit more about what Rihanna says about the products and just a few key features, and then after that we can move on to me actually trying out the products. How about that? Okay, so I watched some of Rihanna talking about the products. She says that she created these because hair has always been very important to her. It's at the heart of self-expression and creativity, and it really showcases her evolution as an artist, as a person, as a human. And I have to agree, like, I think hair is just so important, and the way that we choose to wear it can say so much about ourselves. Evolution and progression and change and variety, all of those things are the spice of life. And for me, I've always kept my hair pretty natural. Like, lately I've colored it a little bit, but I think that if you are more creative with your hair, the only downside is that it does damage it a little bit. So Rihanna has made sure that every single product in this range is repairing. So it's not just like, oh, you have like a shampoo and a conditioner and then you have one repair product. No, she has built repair into every single product, and I just really feel like she understands that that is kind of what's needed, especially if you are somebody that is very expressive with your hairstyles. She also says that this line is designed for everyone, so whether you have curly hair, if you're wearing protective styles, if you have wavy and straight hair, she says you will find your product in this range. And of course she knows what's up, so there are no silicones, no sulfates, no animal derived ingredients, none of that bad stuff, so we can just, you know, park that. There's not gonna be any of that bad stuff in these products. So the secret repairing sauce that they have built into all of these products is called Replenicor 5, which they say they clinically tested to make sure that it is repairing, smoothing, strengthening, hydrating. And she also mentioned scalp health as well. And if you've ever watched any one of my hair growth videos, then you'll know that I fully believe that scalp health is the key to growing your hair longs. And she did mention the packaging, so I just want to circle back to the packaging. Something that I noticed right away was this kind of groove on the packaging. I don't know if you can see this. So on all of the packaging, there's this grooves on the lid. Not only does it feel very nice and it kind of just adds to the sensory experience, it also helps to differentiate between the products. If you can't see, so whether you have got soap in your eyes in the shower and you're just trying to do your hair routine and you can't see, but even if you are visually impaired, and that's something that I hadn't really ever thought of before. If it has these rings, it's a conditioning product. The cleanser has the straight lines, and also the comeback kit has this kind of chevron groove on the bottom as well. So not only that, but I also found it quite interesting that they even have the lift up lid on, you know, the deep conditioners, on the leave-in creams and things, because a lot of them, they will just ask you just to kind of like take the lid off, which for me, usually that's fine. I'm like, yeah, no problem, I take the lid off. But now that I've seen what we could have had all along, now I'm like, why would I want to do that when I could just lift it off? It's such a satisfying click. You know, your hands are wet, you're styling your hair, you don't really want to be doing all this to get the lid off. Just open it. It's one of those things where it's like, why haven't we been doing that this whole time? I'm now going to wash my hair. This is what we're starting with. So I got my little hedgy headband in. I don't think that my hair is too tangled today, so hopefully this hair wash is going to be quite straightforward. Okay, so my hair is rinsed and I want to go in with the shampoo. So dare I say it, it's kind of hard to pump it out of the tube. For all this fancy packaging, what I still need is just a pump that you could do with one hand. Like, they're impossible to do with wet hands, like, because it slips. I need something that's like got some kind of like device where you could just do it with one hand. I don't think it'd be that hard to invent. Until then, you're gonna need to get yourself like a little ledge or like some kind of surface so that you can pump it down. So don't hate it, because that's how all of them are. It's not a flaw, but I do still think that they could be improved. So we are shampooing. I've had quite a lot of product on my like roots the past few days because I've been doing half up, half downs, and I've kind of been sleeking it back like almost every day. So I feel like it's going to take me at least two, well, I say at least, I would do two max shampoos. So I'll probably do this, and you see it's not lathering up too much, and at the moment I think it's just because I have so much product there kind of blocking that. So I think I'm gonna have to do the whole shampoo rinse and repeat thing. She did say there's no sulfates, and this is a really moisturizing shampoo. You see it's kind of one of those very silky shampoos. It's not like a transparent gloopy liquid. I'm just wondering, how cleansing is it? Would I be able to use it as my cleansing shampoo? Like when you need something clarifying. At the moment it doesn't feel like this would be able to kind of clarify everything off of my scalp. I'm sure she said the line was sulfate free, but I can see sodium cocoyl isethionate, sodium lauryl methyl isethionate. I'm not a chemist and I'm not going to pretend to be a chemist, but I do know that sulfates, sodium lauryl sulfate is kind of the one that we typically see people don't like it. So we're going to do another shampoo. I'm not completely convinced that my scalp is completely cleansed yet, so we're going to go in again. Definitely getting more suds this time, so it's definitely a kind of rinse and repeat kind of thing if you have a lot of product on your hair. Guys, I don't know, my scalp feels kind of funny. My scalp feels kind of zingy. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Like, I've used some products where it's like it's got mint and eucalyptus in it and it's like feels very refreshing on the scalp, but I don't know how to describe this. I don't know if I like it. Like, my scalp it just feels zingy. That's all rinsed out, and I can say my hair feels very, very clean, and it definitely has that feeling like you've just shampooed and your hair really wants to be conditioned. This is the Rich One conditioner. I don't think I have time today to do the deep conditioner as well. Of course I would otherwise, but guys, it's nearly 9 p.m. in the evening. I had to squeeze this into my schedule because yeah, I wasn't expecting this to arrive today, and here we are. I just don't have time to do the deep conditioner. So I hate is a strong word, but I really don't like the feeling of like wet hair on my back, and I do it all the time for videos. Let's do some conditioner. Feels good. Instantly soothes that kind of like dry and weak feeling, so that's nice. It's helping my fingers to like kind of glide through my hair, so definitely doing what it's supposed to do. So I'm just going to brush that through. I'm using a tangle teaser like always. Okay, now it's time to try some of the styling products from Fenty Hair. The cream is called the Home Curl. Hey Home Curl. Home Curl and the jelly type. So it really doesn't, like, you don't need to have the lift up cap because it's obviously it's not too hard just to turn the label off. But I suppose it's good also if you have like wrist issues and you don't want to be doing this all the time. It's interesting to me that the cream is such a bigger tub than the gel. I don't think I've noticed that really with other brands. I'm wondering if like I can feel the difference between like a regular conditioner now and if I had deep conditioned, because I'm feeling like my hair could feel more conditioned, but then that's because I usually deep condition, and the only reason I haven't deep conditioned today is just because it's so late in the day and this is such a last minute video, so maybe that's the difference that I'm feeling. But anyway, the cream is on my hair, so I'm just going to do a little bit of brush styling, which I think is just fair because that's what I usually do, and I just want to see how these styling products hold up against, you know, my usual styling routine. And then I like to seal in those brush curls with a bit of gel, so I'm taking some of the gel right now. And I typically will scrunch that into the ends. You know, the gel is interesting. You know, it kind of reminds me of like the Eco Styler gel consistency. Like it's quite like blobby. Like I don't know if you know what I mean. So in comparison, this gel is the Flora and Curl one. Like this one doesn't just sit on top of your fingers, it slides down, like it's a lot more drippy. Whereas the Fenty one, as you saw, it was just sitting on top of my fingertips. It's quite, well, it's a jelly, really. I don't really know what that means for my hair care or like for the final result. I don't know if that will be a stronger hold. It says it's a strong hold gel, so we'll see. Okay, so the routine is done. So I'm just gonna let my hair sit in a towel for a little while and then I'll dry it, and yeah, I will let you know what I think of the Fenty hair products. Guys, so I have dried my hair now with all of that Fenty hair product on it, and I will say one thing. As I was drying my hair, I did notice little like mineral deposits in my hair. Oh no, I can actually see little bits of it now. Obviously it's not as noticeable now that my hair is dry, but I can see that still. It's literally tiny, so I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that's there. But aside from that, I will say that the products have worked really well. My hair feels strong, it feels soft, it feels locked in, which is really important. It's part of my routine. I am gonna have to come back later to test out the edge control and everything else because I really need to go. I'm running late. Hi guys, so I'm back and it's actually a new day. Obviously I've tried to fit this review in kind of around my schedule, so I didn't have any time to show you the final results of the wash and go yesterday. So I was actually out in London all day. It was windy, it was rainy, I was playing with cats all day and stuff like that, and I think my hair actually held up pretty well, and I just have a little bit longer now, so I decided that I would actually just try out the edge control gel and try and show you what I think of that before I have to head out again. I feel like I'm rushing around so much, but yeah, I just wanted to do this. You know, it's actually been so long since I've styled my edges. Like I feel like I don't really do that anymore. I feel like it's been a couple of years now since I've controlled my edges, but I know it's like a really popular thing and it's really helpful for a lot of people, so I'm gonna try that. And I also think that I definitely would be doing this more if I felt like I had a healthy, nourishing edge control gel. Like part of the reason I stopped is because I felt like it was damaging. So I am going to take the Fenty hair edge brush And the Fenty Hair, the controlling type, I still don't really like that name. And I'm gonna put that onto the brush there. This is just how I apply my products. I dip the brush right on in there. If I look like I don't know how to style my edges, it's because it's just been so long. Oh, but you know what? I think that is like working really well. That is a very nice edge control gel. Like, it has a lot of hold. I'm really impressed. It's much better than the last things I was using. And I feel like it kind of just sets really quickly. So like, you don't have to apply a lot. You don't have to worry about like that you're doing it and it's not going to hold it down. Like, I think that sets really quickly, and I trust that it's going to hold my edges down. So like I said, I haven't done my edges in so long. I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing anymore, but this makes it so easy. Those are my edges. Just really quick. Just wanted to just test that out, and I have to say I quite like it. Final review then of the Fenty hair line. I think it's a great line. I love the fact that repair is built into everything. I think that just shows how much Rihanna cares about and understands the audience. And I love how much care has gone into each individual product as well, even down to the names, which is just so funny. I'm not gonna lie, I think that the product packaging is one of my favorite things about this line. So I did go and have a look at what those ingredients were in the shampoo, and it does seem that they are a lot gentler than other sulfates. It does seem that like a lot of care was put into that formulation, so I really appreciate that. Obviously I wasn't able to get around to using the deep conditioner this time around, but I'll definitely be using that in some of my next few washes. But I will just say that there were some kind of product flakes in my hair after those styling products that I used. It could just be that I used too much. It could just be that a little goes a long way. So yeah, all in all, I will say that this is a really great first launch. Congratulations to Rihanna, and I definitely think these are worth trying out for yourselves as well. Bundle to be working with, and I'm really excited to see which products get added to this line in the future. So yeah, that is going to be everything from me. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to thumbs up and subscribe, turn on your notifications, get me on Instagram, TikTok, all of that, and I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing week, guys. Bye.